Hunter Mahan joins the likes of Steve Stricker, Jim Furyk, Ernie Els, and Justin Rose as players who have won twice on tour this year.
Settle in as we rewind the week with the latest edition of Monday Backspin from PGA TOUR.com.
Bridgestone Country Club proved to be no match for Hunter Mahan. He comes out on top of the World Golf Championship's Bridgestone Invitational. Hello everyone, I'm Casey Black. Hunter Mahan can now call himself a World Golf Champion and collect the 550 FedEx Cup points that go with it. The 28-year-old who won the Waste Management Phoenix Open earlier this year was bogey-free on the day, carding 6 birdies en route to his 6 under 66. Once Mahan finished, he watched Ryan Palmer, who was still on the course and who had an opportunity to tie. But once it was clear he wouldn't be able to pull it off, Mahan celebrated his first World Golf Championship title. And the week was marked with quite a few stories from the course, but perhaps one of the biggest came from a player who finished next to last, tied for 78, which was his lowest finish of his PGA Tour career. Tiger Woods, who missed a birdie putt on the 18th to close with a 77 on Sunday, shot his highest 72-hole score of 298, marking his highest score of any PGA Tour event he's played, even as an amateur. All this playing an event he's won 7 times and never finished outside the top 4. This is the first time Woods shot over par in all 4 rounds since the 2003 PGA Championship at Oak Hill. World number 1 set a career low by making bogey or worse on 25 of 72 holes. And speaking of world ranking, Phil Mickelson, who is second in the standings, could have taken the top spot this week if he had cracked the top 4. But with a final round 78, he finished tied for 46th. Lefty logged a double on the par 4 ninth, 7 bogeys, and only 1 birdie on the 17th to shoot an 8 over par on Sunday, finishing at 3 over for the tournament. He hit less than half his fairways and a little more than half his greens in regulation while taking 32 putts on the day. This marks the first time since the 1998 British Open that both Woods and Mickelson both shot 77 or higher. Doug Bell is in Akron, Ohio, and has more looking back now at the Bridgestone Invitational. Doug?
Casey, thanks. Many great memories this week at the Bridgestone Invitational here at Firestone Country Club. First and foremost is this world-class field. Some of these guys you don't see very often, the European players, some of the guys from Japan. It's great to see them on display on this phenomenal track, which is Firestone. And you know, they play at a pace of less than 4 hours. They play in twosomes. That is great for them and great for the spectator. This is a wonderful event for that reason. As for the great players, how about Lee Westwood? Had a chance to be the world's number 1, but leaves after 2 rounds because of an injury. We're not sure when we'll see Lee Westwood again. And I thought about 19-year-old Ryo Ishikawa. Here's a young man we see only at the majors, only at the World Golf Championship events, and after every round, he's surrounded by at least 40 or 50 media types from Japan. They document every word he says. He is the Tiger Woods of that country. Those are just some of the memories of what has been a phenomenal week here at the World Golf Championships Bridgestone Invitational.
Thanks, Doug. And the Turning Stone Resort Championship in New York, Bill Lundy wins for the first time on tour, nabbing the 250 FedEx Cup points that go with it. Lundy carded 7 birdies and only 1 bogey en route to his final round, 6 under 66, to finish 1 stroke over J.J. Henry. Coming up next week, the PGA Championship being contested at Whistling Straits in Kohler, Wisconsin. We'll have a preview show on PGA TOUR.com starting at 2 o'clock Eastern, and to watch the opening round coverage, tune to TNT starting at 1 o'clock Eastern.